Hello, my name is Monica Lopez, and I hope you enjoy my presentation on blended learning. What is blended learning? According to the article, blended learning is any time a student learns, at least in part, at a supervised brick-and-mortar location away from home and at least in part through the internet with some elements of student control over time, place, or pace. As the article indicates that there's a spectrum between offline and online learning, whereas it can occur at a traditional school or at a different location. The graded area is where blended learning occurs. More importantly, the article argues that success of blended learning does not happen automatically. Just because online components are added to face-to-face interactions, ultimately the success or failure of blended learning depends on the interaction between on how online and face-to-face components are integrated. However, most researchers have not agreed on what the right blend or blended learning is. Blended learning is being adopted by many educators because it possesses four benefits. The first is that blended learning has the ability to meet student educational needs. The article mentions that blended learning is able to meet the educational needs of adult learners in particular because graduate students have to juggle work and family responsibilities, where online classes do not provide enough support or an adequate amount of face-to-face interaction with instructors. Therefore, they can benefit more from blended learning. The second benefit is improved student-to-student communication, because blended learning can improve communication with students through asynchronous and synchronous communication technologies. Number 3. Reduces the average overall per student cost. As per pupil costs of both virtual and blended learning schools are $7,000 through approximately $10,000, which are lower than the average per student cost at traditional schools in the U.S. Number 4. Improves student learning outcomes, lowers attrition rates. By lowering online courses, helps students remain in school because online courses have a high dropout rate. This week's reading was Using Blended Learning Evidence-Based Practices, which depicted a bird's-eye view of blended learning, which is this image above. And step 3A, this part, captures 5 preconditions that need to be addressed: institutional support, infrastructure readiness, content readiness, instructors readiness, and learners readiness. I was surprised that blended learning has a lot of steps. Prior to reading this article and seeing the videos, I thought blended learning was just integrating technology. But now I know it's more than that. Blended learning is incorporating technology that helps material in class and must have a place where students can discuss and challenge each other's answers. This week we had 2 assigned videos. The first video mentioned that blended learning should include seamless connection between online and offline work, increased student collaboration control, online classroom presence, and repurposed time. I really enjoyed watching the videos. I agree that blended learning and online learning are hard to distinguish at first, but because they have a lot of overlap. For instance, instead of just giving students an online application, blended learning ensures that the application is related to class. In addition, online learning allows for the content accommodation to make more material accessible, and students can replay and revisit. However, blended learning ensures that students share thinking and see how peers think as well. In addition, blended learning has to have a classroom presence by giving students a home-based website where they can share activities and post their work. As a result, they have a discussion board. Blended learning also saves time in class. The second video showed blended learning in elementary schools. I was impressed that blended learning could be adopted by K through college classrooms. I think this will help young students move to a more technological world, thus preparing students for a future. As more resources are being online, like e-textbook assignments, and having familiarity with computers will definitely give students an advantage. I wish I was part of blended learning at elementary school because it would have given me an advantage on that aspect. I hope you enjoyed my presentation on blended learning. Have a great day.